Welcome to our video on finding the area of a sector. So, what is a sector? This is for your notes. A sector is a section or a part of a circle that's bounded by a central angle. So if you take a look here, this is the central angle from the center and its intercepted arc. You can think of a sector like a slice of pizza or like the cheesecake in the previous slide. Here is the formula for finding the area of a sector. It is x times pi r squared, that ought to look familiar to you, divided by 360. So what is x? X is the measure of the arc or the angle in degrees here. And then r is your radius. Sometimes we're given radius, sometimes we're given the diameter, but you must put the radius in the formula. All right, we read through the directions. What are we trying to find? We're trying to find the area of the shaded region, and we also need to round it to the nearest hundredth. Okay, so that's going to be 2 decimal places. So the very first thing we want to do is start off by writing down the formula. Once we have the formula written down, we're going to plug in our knowns. What do we know? We know that the angle is 139 degrees times pi times r. I don't see r in the picture. It's at the top and it's given. And p to q is the radius. So we can go ahead and put in 22 squared divided by 360. And we're going to find the area of the shaded region. All right, and then we multiply 67276 times pi, and depending on whether you use the 3.14 or the pi symbol on the calculator, will depend on what your answer comes out to, but as long as you are within the same, let's say a point and a tenth within the same answer, it's fine. So 587.09 centimeters squared will be the area of the shaded region. Next example from your booklet. We're looking for the area of the shaded region, and again, we're going to round it to the nearest tenth. We always start off with our formula, and the formula is x times pi r squared divided by 360. We're looking for the area of the shaded region, and whoa, they're giving us that the angle that does not represent the shaded region is 126. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to find out what is the angle of the shaded region. So we take 360 and subtract 126, and we find out that this region over here is 234 degrees. So let's go ahead and plug in our knowns and see what we get. We plug it in and we simplify, and let's see what we get. We get approximately 345.10 yards squared, because again it is area, and area is in square units. All right, we are going to start out trying to find the area of the shaded region. We're going to write our formula down. X is the arc or angle of the shaded region, and in this case it would be 360 minus 42, which gives us that arc is 318 degrees. We're going to plug in what we know, and we're going to simplify that, divide it, and find out what the final answer is of the area of the shaded region. And the area is equal to 224.78 inches squared. The directions are find the area of the shaded region. So of course we're going to start out by writing down our formula. Arc times pi r squared over 360. This formula is not given to you on tests, quizzes, or the SOL. It's one of those ones we're going to commit to memory. So here, I don't see any numbers, but voila, we have our box, which represents 90. However, 90 is the arc or angle of the part we don't want, but it's going to help us find the angle of what we do want. So we're going to do 360 minus 90, and we get 270. And so the area is 270 times pi times 29.5 squared, all over 360. Let's simplify that and find out what approximate area we get. All right, and we get that the area of the shaded region is 2,050 and 48 hundredths miles squared. Oh my, this one looks a little different, but what we're going to do, the directions are find the area of the shaded region, and so we're going to proceed as the problem solvers that we are, and we're going to start off by writing down the formula. It's x times pi r squared over 360. So we know this is 46. This is a vertical angle, so it is 46. So, what's the measure of the arcs that we're looking for? So here we go. We have 46 and 46. We have 92. Pi times 7 squared all over 360. Is this the only way you could have done it? No. We could have found the area of this shaded region using 46, and we could have multiplied our final answer by 2. I'm just showing you one way to do it, but it's not the only way. So the area is approximately 39 and 34 hundredths centimeters squared, because again, we're talking area. Okay, find the area of the shaded region and round your answer to the nearest hundred. We start off by writing down the formula, and it is x times pi r squared over 360. In this case, oh my, they're giving us 143. We know the vertical angle is also 143, but unfortunately, that's not the measure of the arc we're interested in. So what we see is that this is a semicircle, and it adds up to 180. So we're going to take 180, and we're going to subtract 143, and this is going to help us find the measure of the arc we're looking for. And this is equal to 37 degrees. We are ready to put it in the formula. So if one angle is 37 degrees, we know its vertical angle is 37 degrees, and let's go ahead and put that together for 74. So that's 74 times pi, and what is r? 10.4, and we're going to square that. We're going to divide it by 360, and we're going to find out what the approximate area is of the shaded region. And it is 69 and 85 hundredths inches squared, 69.85 inches squared. This is our last example. So let's take a look. We're going to find the area of this shaded region. However, we're given 62 degrees as a part of the unshaded region. But we notice that we have our little tick marks right here, which means these three sections are congruent. So they're all 62. So how do we find the area of the shaded region? We're going to take 360, which is the entire circle, and we're going to subtract 362 degrees. And when we do that, we get 174 degrees for our shaded part. So this plus this is 174. What we're going to do is we're going to start off by always writing down our formula, x times pi times r squared all over 360. We're going to put in 174 for our arc, our angle, times pi times 12 squared. And we're going to divide that by 360. We are going to simplify that to find out the approximate area of the shaded region. And we get 218 and 65 hundredths centimeters squared. That concludes this section. You can fill in the rest of the notes on your own. And if you have any issues, you can always go to Edmodo and let us know. Thank you.